weeks ago, I met a girl through Tinder. And after the initial verbal conversations, things started to get very visual. Now, it's not the visual that you have in mind, but let's just say an object had entered our date with the gateway and access to the entire world. I don't know whether you've ever felt like being a third wheel on your own date, where the whole world is watching you. But if you haven't, it kind of feels like this. A recent survey of 150,000 phones suggested that an average person unlocks their phone 110 times a day. Over 70% of social media activity happens on your smartphone. And an average person spends a whole working day a week just on Facebook alone. That's a whole season of Game of Thrones just on Facebook. I'm going to talk about 3 key reasons as to why social media doesn't make you social. First and foremost, the posture. Now, a very common posture with social media, especially on your phone, is what I call as the whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole is the one where the hamster is jumping through the hole and you've got a rubber mallet and you hit it over and over. And it's a posture perfected when you're walking up and down the street and you have the phone in your hand and you're looking on your phone, you look back up. On your phone, back up. Over and over, over and over again. Now, I'm not going to talk about the health detrimental factors, but if we were to believe in Darwin and his theory of evolution, imagine repetitive use. What would that do to your body? I'm picturing a head-shaking car dog. The one that just keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down when the car's moving. That's exactly what I'm picturing. Now, a second key reason as to why social media doesn't make you social is connection. 7% of our social skills comes from reading or writing, and 93% of our social skills comes from body language. Now, a psychiatrist decided to test this, and what he did was he got 6 random couples together in a room. Some of them didn't even know each other. And he got them to, funnily enough, just look at each other for 4 minutes straight. He got them to look at each other for 4 minutes straight, and surprisingly, after 4 minutes, every single one of the couples started to like one another. So I decided to conduct this using social media. First thing I did was went on Facebook, and I typed the girl's name that I like. I'm sure we all have done this. We all can accept this. I typed her name, found out that her profile was on private, which sucks. Found a mutual friend. Found a photo that she was tagged in. Now it's important. I stared. I stared and stared for 4 minutes straight. I didn't even blink. And you know what the worst part was? It didn't make me any social, but I think I now know why I wear glasses. A third key reason is jargon. There's a lot of jargon that's used in social media. And if social media were to make you social, that same jargon should be applicable in real life. So I decided to try this. I'm walking down the street, feeling really happy because I'm going to try something different. Walked up to the first girl, this pretty girl. Walked up to her and I'm like, "Can I poke you?" And she looks at me, she's like, "What? Oh, wait, you can poke me back as well." And she looks at me, she's like, "Okay, this guy's weird." So I was like, "Okay, let me try something different." I went to the train, sat next to a lady, and I told her, "Oh, 15 people have checked your profile out on the train today. You're on hot demand." I think I'm very lucky because I'm surprised that I haven't landed up in hospital, either in jail or with a psychiatrist. But I was just trying to be social. So there has to be a better way of being social. There is. Introducing the off button. It comes in different shapes and sizes. It's in different parts of your smartphone, in your laptop, in different smart devices. But it serves one function. It turns off. It might feel like the dumbest thing for a smartphone, but it's actually the smartest thing for a dumb person. Now, there was another experiment done where they took a whole lot of, they got a group together and they got them to remove all their smart devices, social media activity for 7 days. Apart from pulling their hair out in boredom and frustration, and people actually feeling like aliens because they were looking at each other, there was actually an increase in social activity. People actually talked to one another. That was weird. But Next time you're in a social situation and you're actually with people like this, turn off to turn on. Because you don't know what's around the corner. And most importantly, emotions are great. Emoticons, I don't know about them. Thank you.